Hi everyone. Today I have the honor of introducing to you one of my dearest YouTube friends, Lisa from Peaches Skincare. Lisa is a master esthetician and she has been in the beauty business for decades, and she has so much wisdom to share. I love her channel. I love her as a person. She is the most giving human being I've met so far on YouTube. She is so willing to share her knowledge and kindness with all of us. And all you have to do is ask. Lisa's there to answer any of your questions. So please help me welcome Lisa, and let's get to know about her skincare company. Lisa owns several spas in California and I believe Ohio, and she is a holistic esthetician. Sorry, I can't say that word. So if you have a question about your skin and about being a little mature and you had a question that you wanted to ask her, I'm going to be asking those questions for you. Also, feel free to visit Lisa's website and ask her whatever questions you want. She will gladly answer them in future videos or directly to you. There are several ways. If you keep watching, she will share with you how to get a hold of her. Thank you so much, Lisa, for being here.
Oh my gosh, I'm honored. Obviously honored.
It was such a treat. One morning I just woke up and I said, I need to interview Lisa and give her a chance to tell us all about this fantastic philosophy that you have. You know, I just always feel like, okay, I like wearing fake contact lenses. I like wearing makeup and changing. I used to like changing my hair color all the time.
Which I'm jealous of because I've been allowing my gray hair sparkle for almost 7 years and I cannot believe that I'm not like that yet. I'm so jealous.
No, I think it's just genetics. Some people will be 100 and not have gray hair, so who knows. And actually I always wanted to have like totally gray, but now I'm more comfortable with having the black, a little bit of black. Yeah. I think it gives it
like we have highlights, and I never got to have highlights as a dark
hair girl, right? Nowadays, highlighting is easier because they have this product on it. It's Olaplex, make it even brighter. But who cares? We're not spending money on highlights anymore. Right. All right, I would like for you to introduce yourself and tell my audience about who you are. A lot of my people are your people, I'm sure.
Yeah, I know, which I love. So I have been a holistic master esthetician for almost 40 years. It's actually been about 38 and a half. What that means is I teach healthy skin, can be a teenager with acne to a very mature woman, anti-aging, but I am a pro-ager, how to take care of their skin without needles, procedures, or pills. It's very important to me. I have 3 holistic skincare salons. I've had 7. And I only mention that because I have taken care of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of clients. And so when I teach something, it has worked on all of them when they're consistent and listen. So it's just very important to me to let people know that I'm not just an influencer. I'm not just someone who really loves skincare. I really have practical knowledge, and so the things I teach really work.
Can you tell us your age as well?
Yeah. I am 57 and a half. I'm very proud of that. I will be 58 in February. And I've never done anything to my face, no needles, no procedures. However, and I hope, Catherine, I've expressed this when you watch me, it's so important that people understand I still want you to be a part of our communities, right? I just want to teach you natural. Maybe you do some of it, maybe you do all of it. But I have seen the negative effects or the adverse effects of a lot of these procedures. And so, I can tell you what really happens with Botox. I can tell you what really happens with lasers or microneedling. And so that's really where I come from.
Right. So I will share my experience with Botox just as a kind of like a reflection on what you've been saying. In my 40s, I wore Botox. And at first, I was losing weight and I wore Botox. I had a child because I was 38 when I had my son, and I started using Botox. And as the years progressed, I would take pictures with my son, and I would look at that person and I'd go, that's not me. And then as the effects of Botox were coming out, I would start smiling. And I'm like, oh, that's my smile. I recognize that person. And to me, after a while, I just grew to literally dislike that look of Botox. So much so that when my sister does it or when my niece does it, I go like, guys, stop doing that.
And not to interrupt you, I feel the same way. I can't help but say to someone, oh my gosh, what did you do? But I don't say that.
Yeah, I know. And I will post a picture of myself. And yes, sometimes my face was picture perfect. Like if I stand still and I'm not talking, and I'm very expressive. So if I'm trying to be expressive and my face was frozen, I just looked very weird. And I have a picture at Disney with my son, and there's like this big shark mouth, and I'm smiling, and I literally look like the shark.
Oh, that is so funny. And two, I tell people this all the time. Pictures are not really the reality of what it really looks like, because we can filter them. We're in different lighting. I think I show a video where I show all the different angles of light when Kent goes around with the camera. And so when you're on social media and you're seeing all of these things that we both know a lot of it are lies. We know the business here, right? We're both honest, natural, what have you. The things that I have seen, since we're talking about Botox, is that you have 42 muscles in your face and 43 with your neck. When you stop working those muscles out, just like the muscles of your arms or your body, they're going to fall.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Every single new client that comes to us, or clients through the years that I've seen, especially when Botox got really big, I'd say in the 90s, they have the biggest jowls now. Their skin has really dropped because they froze those muscles. So the term preventative is really, in my opinion, a complete lie. It's a neurotoxin. I have all kinds of theories on why women are getting, different, lupus or
autoimmune diseases.
Autoimmune diseases. Thank you. We really have to start taking care of our bodies, and it's funny. You don't realize that until you get more mature, right?
Right.
So these 20 and 30 and 40-year-olds doing it, what kind of damage are they doing as well? When all you have to do is do facial yoga and massage, and you will be amazed at how your skin will look.
Right. So as you talk about facial yoga and massage, I think one of my biggest hurdles is just like exercising. You kind of have to get in the rhythm of it, and I'm having a hard time getting started. I see it over and over again. Everybody just doing their showing their jawlines that are so improved with the gua sha, but for some reason
gua sha is amazing.
Right, I'm completely unmotivated to get started.
You're not unusual,
right?
So I have people. I had one of my best friends that go, "Oh God, Lisa, it's just too much." But here's the thing: anything you want that takes time, anything you want that takes improvement, eating, diet, health, you have to be consistent. And the cool thing about it is, like anything else, once you see those changes, it's a no-brainer. So as for Botox, it's really and doing gua sha and doing massage. So what I do, Catherine, is every night I do my PM routine. I do all my cleansing. I find teaching men and women to do it while I don't know if you're a TV watcher, but that's our downtime. We'll sit in front of the television for a little bit, watch whatever. That's when I do my massage, my gua sha, and it really only takes about 15 minutes a night.
Right.
If you want to do it in the morning, if you're a morning person, just do it in the morning for a little bit. The improvement is so substantial, and you will see it so quickly that you will not want to stop doing it.
So
but
what?
I get it.
Yeah. So what oil are you using when you're doing the gua sha?
Peaches facial oil, of course.
Okay, so I'll put a picture here.
Bergamot, olive oil, vitamin E. But essentially, if you're just someone who has extra virgin olive oil in the cabinet, use that. A little grapeseed oil, as long as it's pure and you always want it organic, I think unfiltered, use that. I do love castor oil. You'll see me do several videos on castor oil. Castor oil is an unsung hero in the beauty industry. We put it in a couple of our products. But you do want something that gives you glide and slide.
Right.
And you can just massage right here. If I'm in the car, I'll just start to massage. Massage creates oxygenation of skin cells, therefore creates collagen at any age. So you can massage just with your hands at any time.
Fantastic. So since you mentioned Peach's products, can you tell me a little bit about the history of your products and where you're going with it?
I worked for cosmetic surgeons and dermatologists for a lot of my younger years while having either a salon or a room in a salon. It was so invaluable because I got to see so much of what they were using. And one, I found that people were using too many actives before their skin needed it, which I even see now with like tretinoin and things. I'm not saying that vitamin A isn't amazing, but when you use too many actives before feeding your skin, you're going to have issues. The other thing is Harvard University did a study, and we had already seen a few other studies, but when it's Harvard, then it goes to Stanford. It's, studies are what cancer studies, university studies, studies for really anything going on with the body are essentially done university studies. And they showed that only pure antioxidants, so think of those as food for your skin, were what would penetrate and create change in the skin, where most everything else just sat on top and did nothing. And at the time of one of the major studies, they just showed all these different products, and it was amazing the things that were out there that just sit on top of the skin. And so it really pushed us to look for things that are used around the world that actually heal the skin. Blueberries, pomegranates, and anyone can look up the benefits to the skin and they will be shocked. Licorice root, castor oil, grapefruit acid, papaya. We are American made, which I'm incredibly proud of. So that just means we don't source things outside of the United States. And that is a big deal because even Europe and Canada have different standards than we do. Like they won't allow hydroquinone or anything like that. So we source within the United States the best we can, but we're made in America for sure, manufacturing. But we're also small batched. So I don't make things most products are so mass produced. They're sitting on the shelf. If they're like food and good for your skin, what are they doing? They're getting bad, they're rotting, they're collecting fungus and bacteria. So we keep things very small batched and concentrated. And that also means they're going to last. So if you have a little cleanser, everyone the first time probably uses 3 weeks worth of cleanser. You just need a little bit and it goes a long way. So maybe you pay, a little bit for the products. I don't believe in $80 products though. That's ridiculous. But let's say you pay, I'm trying to think, $39 for a cleanser. That's going to last you 5 to 6 months and you're going to see changes. So hopefully that kind of gives you an idea of why we're different.
Yeah, I love it. No, I do love it. And then I was going to ask you specifically about your exfoliator, the coffee one, which I love. But I have been using it, and please forgive me if I'm wasting my product, but I love using it. Like during the winter months, my skin on my legs get really dry.
Everyone does.
Okay, so I've been using that on my legs, and I'm like, okay, this works.
Well, in all fairness, skin is all over our body, right?
Right.
So if you want to use everything all over your body, you can. But, really I concentrate on the face, and then, I try to teach you different things to use on your body, like a sugar scrub. I love sugar scrub. You want to exfoliate your body every time you wash with a body brush. I add my body wash to my body brush and do my washing. That really helps. But the Flawless Exfoliator is a favorite. And I think the biggest thing I can say about it is the misinformation on exfoliating. You have all these people saying, don't exfoliate, but then they recommend actives or peels or chemical peels or lasers.
Which are just exfoliating.
It's such a contradiction. Yeah. They're so bad for your skin. Just gently exfoliate morning and night, coffee, blueberries, licorice, pomegranate, gotu kola. Loosen all of that old dead skin that comes up during the night. It's when our body heals itself. It's when the body purges out impurities through many of the organs, including the largest organ of the skin. So when you wake up, think of your skin as having almost a grime on it. These people who say don't wash in the morning, oh my gosh, I want to scream. Exfoliate gently every time you wash, and then your cleanser, which should be face food, can clean and feed. So hopefully that's what you were wanting.
Yes, absolutely. Now I have a question, because winter's coming, and I know that you say you shouldn't change your products during the winter months. But some of us that do live in real cold climates,
I'll tell you what to do.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. So you don't change your skincare. You wouldn't stop drinking water. You wouldn't stop eating healthy. Although I know what it's like when I lived in the snow. I baked more. I cooked more. So, there's that. But you keep your skincare the same with antioxidants. It's the things that you might add in. So because of the winter months, what do? You turn on your heaters. So it makes the air dry. So maybe use a humidifier. You eat differently. Again, which changes your skin and may make it dehydrated. But it doesn't mean that your skin is not necessarily dry, as much as maybe you're creating a little bit more of a callus layer, or you are a little dehydrated in your body. So what I have you do is you do all of your products, but you put a little Vaseline brand on your skin.
That's what I was gonna ask.
They freak out when I say Vaseline. They're like, oh my gosh, how can you recommend petroleum jelly? Vaseline brand has a triple purification process, and even the Journal of Medicine says it heals more than, they don't say it like this, but just about anything out there. It's amazing, and I've used it for decades. Just put a light layer on. You will be shocked what your skin will look at like by the end of the day or in the morning.
Is Aquaphor the same?
No, Aquaphor is not as good. People ask me that all the time. In fact, Vaseline is so much more elevated and so much better for your skin.
Okay, and that's called slugging, right? Or something like that?
I think they're calling it that.
Yeah.
I think they try to come up with all these different marketing things. I don't really call it slugging. I just always put it on my hands, put some socks over my hands for bed, or whenever during the day or night, I just feel like maybe I've got a little dehydration. I just will put a light layer over my moisturizer. It's an occlusive, so it really locks all the moisture in. If I have, let's say you picked your skin and you have a little blemish scar. I love castor oil, love castor oil, but Vaseline will actually heal it as well. So Vaseline can be more healing, and then think of castor oil as taking away the discoloration along with exfoliation.
And I remember you saying there are two types of castor oil. One that's better for acne scars than the other one.
Jamaican black castor oil is better for acne scars or keloids or scars after surgery. And I just prefer it. It just smells a little like a campfire. It's a little interesting smelling. I try to ignore it. And then clear castor oil is so great for eyelashes, eyebrows. I don't have to wear fake eyelashes. I don't really love them. I think they break the eyelashes. It's just, there's a whole situation, the way they put them
I agree.
And so I just use clear castor oil, and my eyelashes are just so long. And then I just curl them.
That's awesome. I wanted to hear a little bit. I know that you have this new series, or a quick series, which is so amazing right now because people are getting ready to go on their trips. Yes. And tell me a little bit about that series that you're doing on your channel.
So we're starting to end it just because we're getting ready for Black Friday. And I don't know when you'll post this, but we have a new product coming out, which we'll talk about. But we have traveled quite a bit, and I've always talked to other women and men and gone to spas, but I never really filmed anything because sometimes it feels a little invasive. I don't want to bring a camera into the spas, but My husband and I, last year Kent was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and that's a whole different thing, but it really made us pause and say, at almost 60 and he's 63, why have we not gone to Europe yet? We're kind of tropical people. We love to go to Hawaii. We've been to the Caribbean. We're lucky and fortunate to live in Southern California. So we went to Europe and we made it 3 weeks. And part of it was looking at what women especially are doing in other countries, because they reach out to me all the time. And no offense to any of us American women, but they say we wear too much makeup. They always email this or text it. They're like, you wear way too much makeup and you all mess with your faces too much. You do too much to your faces. It's real. They don't inject. It is very rare that someone has done something to their face there. It is so rare. I think I only saw it once, maybe twice. We were in 3 different countries, and we went to several different places. And so I kind of did a series on how I packed my products, some of the things people don't tell you about traveling, and the things that, the negatives, the positives, the smoking, which it was really hard for us. But also just seeing how women are dressing in Milan, Florence, Paris Fashion Week, and just really showing the truth instead of what you see on social media and marketing, that it is changing. Catherine, gray, everyone complimented my hair.
I'm so excited about that.
Women don't color their hair in Europe. It's very rare. The people that I interviewed, very rare. They dress beautifully. About 2 years ago, I said, no more sweats. I'm not wearing any more sweats. If you're going to allow your gray hair sparkle and your lines. I don't know I'm not using any false light here today. So Catherine, who knows what she'll do to the video, but
I have a fake light right here.
I know. So she's going to fix it and make it look good.
No, you look beautiful. Actually, natural light is the best.
I feel like the thing that they do is they dress beautifully. And I really get up every day. I do have work. I do have business. I do have meetings. I try to be dressed. I try to be coiffed. I wear a beautiful piece of jewelry. You and I both work with different companies that give us beautiful jewelry that is very affordable. And I try to show those things on my channel like you do. You do such a beautiful job.
Thank you.
But that is what the women do.
Yeah.
They are walking around in beautiful, clean white tennis shoes with a beautiful outfit on, very coiffed, gorgeous gray hair. They'll turn around and you'll think, oh gosh, what am I going to see? Are they going to be really, pulled back and things? Just the lines, the beauty of age from a life well lived. And then just to kind of close, seeing Addie McDowell just was so inspirational. And then Pamela Anderson wearing no makeup during Paris Fashion Week.
Right.
The message is changing.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. So that's really a little bit in a nutshell about what the series was that I did.
Yeah, you did do also some kind of packing gear of how to pack your products, and that I thought was very helpful too.
Because I bring everything.
Yeah. I'm going to link that playlist, and of course I'll link your channel in my description. I am from Brazil, and I did live in Europe, and I do know that they do things differently as far as beauty in both continents. However, I am Americanized in that I don't go anywhere without makeup.
It's not wearing blush, eyeliner, lip gloss, lipstick. The thing is that women don't understand how bad foundation is for your skin, even if they say it's mineral. So try to use powders. Try to, I have no foundation and concealer on. The funny part is sometimes if the lighting's wrong when we're filming, I'll go, I don't have that brown spot. So you have to be mindful that all of these women that during COVID especially were on Zoom calls, that was not really an indication of how you look or what your skin looks like. It can be the lighting that can make something look very big or very off.
Harsh, yeah.
I just really want women to know a little cornstarch, a little just making your skin look beautiful and accentuating your blush, your eyeliner, your lips. You don't need the foundation and concealer. And if you wear it, and you must, use the very littlest amount, and I still wouldn't want you wearing it. Your skin will never improve if you continue.
Right.
That's really what I want. And the chemicals that are in it.
So
I have a whole video on it from months ago, I think.
Okay, so I need to check that. But also, you do recommend a couple of sunscreen that I really enjoyed. And one of them, at least the one that I purchased, had some sort of tint in it. Yes. Is that okay?
It's typically an iron oxide. So if I recommend it, it's a natural tint. And it's by Dermatology. To anyone here, you get a code Lisa20. But it is their, I think it's the physical.
Yeah, I'll make sure I have it because I have it in the back. Oh, so why would I wear foundation if I wear foundation? If I can do that?
It has zinc oxide, which is all I allow on my clients, or zinc oxide, and titanium dioxide, which is what helps with the color. I also love Malin and Goats, which has no color, and it's beautiful when it goes on. But yes, just use something with an iron oxide or something natural. But the biggest thing is don't use it until your skin is ready. Biggest, thing I can tell you. And always wear a wide-brimmed hat outside, because regardless of what everyone teaches you about sunscreen, it doesn't matter if you're not wearing a wide-brimmed hat. You're never going to get the coverage. And the people who show you that they have beautiful skin because of sunscreen, I don't believe them.
It's not, yeah.
Wide-brimmed hat. I think they're doing, other things. But
this summer I did, because I do water aerobics.
Oh, good girl.
But I'm out there because I like to do it out in the sun where it's beautiful and fresh air. Yeah. But didn't matter if I were wearing a hat. It didn't matter if I had sunscreen on. Just the heat makes that melasma come out. So it's just.
God. And that is something people don't understand. Yeah. Heat will affect melasma. However, zinc oxide, and then kind of leads into our new product.
Oh, can't wait.
So essentially, the new product is for melasma, age spots, and it's phenomenal.
So excited.
It's just a phenomenal new product. It stops those receptors that when it heats up from damaging the melasma, but it also helps to repair damaged melanocytes. So it's very well-rounded.
Fantastic.
But you said it. People don't understand just the heat when you walk outside. If you have foundation on, any chemical on your skin, some of these actives and things will heat up with the sun and create damage to your melanocytes and create melasma.
Right, exactly. Right. I love your knowledge.
Have dark around my lip, and I just don't have that anymore. You really can repair it.
That's fantastic, Lisa. I can't wait to see this product.
Yeah. It's very exciting. It's a serum. I'll just tell you the name now. Glow,
sure.
And then Glow Plus will be the moisturizer. And it's really a treatment where you use it consistently for the first week, and then I've been using it every day for 5 months. You can use it just during the day, not at night, but the first week is morning and night, and the results after 1 week were considerable. And I think we'll be showing more before and afters as clients are using it.
With all products, because I do tend to have sensitivities, and I don't know what it is. I'm not sensitive to vitamin C, and I know that's huge on some people.
Most vitamin C is actually already oxidized, and people don't understand that.
I do feel like only a handful of products I can use doesn't break me out. So what do you say about that?
This is what people don't understand. We are born with beautiful, healthy skin, normal skin. It's a beauty industry that wants you to think you have oily, sensitive, or combination. It's really what you do to it daily, weekly, monthly. Bad skincare, foundation and concealer, overactive use of actives, bad sunscreen. So we're taught how to brush our teeth. We're taught how to bathe a little bit when we're young. But then as teenagers, we're told it's hormones. When hormones really just heat you up, and I know we were going to touch on hormones, so here I go. They just heat you up. They make you fluffier, and they make you retain water. And so when a young woman goes through her cycle, her skin is trying to push all the impurities out of her body. It's not the hormones, it's that she has impurities in her skin. Her pores, which are really hair follicles, may have sebum, dirt, oil. A young boy, same thing. So we're told it's hormones when really, in fact, we're just needing to be better with our skincare regimen, but no one's really teaching us that. Instead, they say to a girl, just pile on the foundation and concealer. So we're not only using foundation and concealer, we're using bad products, bad sunscreen. The Journal of Medicine shows, and I've always known this, that by the age of 21 to 23, I'm always bad with numbers, we've already done all the damage to our skin.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So then our skin calluses like the heels of our feet or our elbows. And that's like thickness. Think of it as 50 layers of saran wrap. So all these discolorations, irritations, bacteria, fungal are underneath those layers. When you start using an excellent product, food for your skin starts to remove those callus layers. Well, what's going to come up? Things that are in between. So the misnomer is that you have sensitive skin when in fact, you're probably using two products together that aren't working well, not pure. You're probably cleaning your skin and making it amazing and then putting foundation and concealer on. Mm-hmm. Or your skin is just finally cleaning out and you're not allowing the process.
And you have to be patient. Yeah.
You've got to be patient. 28 days for the skin to change over, but then it's, months where you're going to see changes, just like losing weight, just like working out, just like anything that changes. So it's more about finding someone. I may be someone's skin guru. I hate to use that term. Someone's master esthetician. When you become a peach, I become your holistic master esthetician. You can reach out to me anytime. I give my cell phone number out.
Isn't that crazy? You're crazy.
People are texting me from all around the world who have never been happy or emailing me. But it's finding someone that is true to the process and is not and practicing what they preach. So you're not sensitive, Catherine. You're probably just not patient.
Yes. Which is one of my qualities.
Yeah, that is a great quality.
Hormonal changes post-menopause. Do they make any changes that are troublesome?
It's so funny because for years I'd hear, menopause, after menopause, pre, post. So I have been on the other side of menopause now. I think it took almost 10 years, I'm not going to lie. Mm-hmm. But I've been on the other side of menopause now for a couple of years. And I can tell you, I've never felt better. I make sure I eat better. So I intermittently fast. I start eating about 11 and I stop about 6 at night. Game changer. I work out with weights really hard about twice a week and cardio. And then we walk, and I'm lucky enough to get to go paddle board and things. But I just take great care of my skin. And honestly, nothing changed.
So you haven't noticed dryness at all?
No. Mm-hmm. But remember, the dryness is just that we've stopped the hormones. So make sure you're using an excellent moisturizer. If I have dry moments, put a little Vaseline brand on. I use castor oil. I use Jamaican black castor oil every night around my eyes. So my eye cream has been on for a couple hours. I've done my routine earlier in the evening. I use Jamaican black castor oil. I put the clear on my eyelashes and eyebrows every couple nights. And then a game changer that I've used for 40 years with my clients is milk and magnesia.
Yeah.
People are blown away by it. Your teenager will stop breaking out. Obviously, we want to get them cleaning. But more mature women who have stopped their hormones and things, what they're going to see is that it helps to draw all the impurities out of their body. We sweat a little bit more at night because our regulation of temperature, it helps to draw all that out. Our milk and magnesia is anti-aging. I am a pro-ager, but it is a term. It is healing, anti-inflammatory. It's amazing. And I learned about it from a very famous lady over 40 years ago, and she looks phenomenal.
Fantastic.
I feel it's why I have no crepiness in my skin. So you may, again, just need to put a humidifier in your room and just kind of adjust your hydration a bit. But do we get hairs? Yes, I shave my chin every day. I use a little tingle razor. And I do it with my cleanser, and I make sure to put my ACV toner on and all of my elements. Did I get more brown spots and things? No, because I take really good care of my skin. Am I losing collagen? So when you massage, you create oxygenation, as I said, in collagen. I just make sure to massage a lot. And then when I do my gua sha or massage, and I have a video on it, I push the bone up, and I push the bone up in my eyebrows. Things change, and it maybe accelerates a bit as we go through menopause and after menopause. But there's also so many other beautiful things happening. We kind of just, if you allow the process and don't fight it, that's where you're going to really see the changes. That's just my opinion.
Right. And then what is your opinion on genetics? Because, I know I don't have anything here, but everything here is...
First of all, you don't have anything here. I think it looks great. And every once in a while, my neck will look worse. It's really funny if I'm dehydrated, if the lighting's bad. That's why I just tell people, look, I'm not wearing any foundation concealer. I'm not using lighting. We use a few lights. Don't get me wrong. When we film, we have to, as you know. But it just depends on the day. And other days, it looks amazing. Genetics, everyone wants to say genetics. In fact, they'll say to me, well, Lisa, you're a darker girl. And I'll say it has nothing to do with it. I take incredible care of my skin. And if you look at any of the studies done on twins, you can probably Google it. They will show a twin who took care of their skin, took care of themselves for years, and the other twin smoked and was out in the sun, and they look different. So yes, there's genetic markers for cancers. There's genetic markers for Alzheimer's. If your mom aged well, will you age well? No, not necessarily. Our environment is changing every day. It's how you take care of yourself. If you're a big drinker, you're going to struggle. If you smoke, you're going to struggle. If you wear pounds of makeup or do all these procedures, people don't understand it. Look up the studies. When you do a lot of these lasers and things, they're actually starting to show that it ages your skin more and makes it more susceptible to cancer.
Right.
And mindfully, in the mind's eye, when you look at someone and see they're doing those things, you go, oh, she must be older, right?
I see. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So I think that, back to genetics, it's really all about how you're caring for your skin, how you're taking care of your skin. I don't go outside without a wide-brimmed hat on. I just don't do it.
Well, so there's hope for me yet with that jawline.
Oh, I don't see it. But just, here's one. It's not attractive, but you've seen it in my facial yoga. This is, I'm going to show you actually, it'll be 2 moves, but 3 moves.
Okay.
So I'm just going to show it to you. So this is like a facelift without surgery, and you'll go, and you'll hold it for 20 seconds, and then you'll do the other side. This one is not very attractive, but it's unbelievable.
It's hard.
Muscles. Yeah, it's amazing. So it's getting those muscles stronger. It's massaging nightly, but it's also remembering. There's a certain point in life where you start to lose friends. You start to see family members, our parents, we lose them. And you go, aging is a good thing, because when you don't age, what is the alternative?
Exactly.
And I think that the more you fight anything in life, where you live, your relationships with friends that maybe don't work, whenever you fight those things, you're not flowing with the river. It's the same with aging. Flow with the river, and you're going to feel, my husband has said it for decades to me, Lisa, it's all about attitude. Attitude is everything.
I love it. What a great message to end with. But I do want to give you a couple of opportunities. Can you suggest any non-invasive procedures that are actually good for mature skin?
Yes. So for decades in our salons, we do one facial. So go to peachesskinare.com and just look at the facial, and that'll help you for wherever you live. If you're lucky enough to live by a Peaches in Santa Barbara, Naples, Long Beach, California, or Montgomery, Cincinnati, go. It'll be the most incredible experience you've ever had. But essentially, we do one facial, and the one invasive or 2 non-invasive procedures that really are game changers are microdermabrasion done with crystals. They are showing new dermabrasion now, these water facials. I'm not using the company's name. It's a joke. It doesn't work. Trust me, you may glow for a bit, but it doesn't do anything. And microdermabrasion is not microdermabrasion when they use a tip that is like a file. It is cheap. Buying crystals is expensive. Doing it right is costly. It's not good for your skin and causes superficial tears. You want to use crystals that gently remove those dead layers, and it's non-invasive. Also microcurrent. You'll hear me talk about professional microcurrent. It has to be done with gloves, very specific machines. We both know now with Amazon, you can get anything anywhere, but it's not always safe. So microcurrent with gloves, we do it in our salons, working those 42 muscles of your face, 43 with your neck. And I love New Face at home for maintenance. New Face is my go-to. I have another company sending me something that I'm very curious about, so we'll see. But I show those things. I love LED, but everyone's jumping on the bandwagon, and there are only a few that are truly good. I show different price points, and I'm sure you will too. And then just doing gua sha things. But those are the things. And a facial is important. Find someone in your area, master, not a young person, forgive me, that is not under a master. You want someone who's practicing what they preach. So all the elements of what I've taught you here today. But getting a facial is like going to the dentist. It's like going to the gym or going to the doctor. You've got to take care of that largest organ of the skin. It is not just for your birthday. It is not just a special event. It should be something that you practice like I do with massage. I have to get a massage at least twice a month for my body. It's the same thing. It's a priority.
Yes, but so how often would you recommend? Of course, you get to do it as often as you can because, yeah, right.
So, your skin changes every 28 days. We always try to stay ahead of that. I like clients to come in every 2 to 3 weeks. When you go to that 4-week part, to me, in all the decades I've done this, it's just too long. So try to do 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay, good to know. Are your products environmentally conscious and sustainable? Yeah,
yes.
Okay.
In fact, we are, if anyone's getting products, Black Friday or now, you're going to notice if you've been a peach or if you're not a peach, you won't notice. Many of our products are now in glass. We use second generation plastic.
I love that.
Yes. And you'll be seeing the labels change as well. That's not necessarily environmental, but some of the labels are not the labels that will be there in a couple months, simply because we needed to get, it's a process.
Right.
We are vegan. We are, as I said, woman owned, American made. We absolutely are cruelty free. And we just don't use fillers and things. You'll see a little phenyl, but it is like a dropper in a giant vat, because we tried using radish root. Gwyneth Paltrow really demonized phenoxyethanol. Well, we tried radish root for a year. It grew fungus and bacteria in the product. So you've got to use some things, but my husband always says this isn't the best metaphor, but imagine you're cooking with alcohol and you're making spaghetti for your children and you're adding a little wine, it kind of dissipates. That is what it does. So we're very conscientious of the environment, especially living in Southern California near the ocean, and trying to do more glass containers, which is hard with shipping. So you'll notice it with our serums and things.
Fantastic. This was such an amazing interview for me, because I've always had these questions, and you don't think of it when watching one of your videos to ask about your environmental stance on product making. So it's so cool that I got to get these questions answered from the horse's mouth, and that my viewers will be able to get all that information all at once too.
And we'll give you a code. We'll give you a code for Peaches. I just appreciate your being open-minded. I always tell people, thank you for being here. I hope you'll stay, but I'm so impressed that you opened your heart to what I'm teaching.
Oh my gosh, I love you, and I love your channel. I think you share more than most people do in a lifetime. You do. You share so much, and you're not trying to gatekeep information. You are sharing not only about your products, but other things that we can all use if we don't have the means to use your product. So for that, I'm so appreciative, and you have like a little glowing light behind you right now.
You're so sweet.
No, I really think you're fantastic. I really appreciate me. Where can my viewers find you?
Peaches Skincare on.
This part got gobbled up, but I will have all links in the description below.
We are on TikTok, and we also are on Facebook. I answer every single person if they ask me a question with love and kindness. And you can email me personally at either info@peachessskincare.com or at lisa@peachessskincare.com, 2 S's. And I do complimentary consultations, and I'm here for you. It's my passion and my gift.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Lisa. I really, really appreciate you taking the time to do this with me. Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine. I love your channel.
Thank you, girl. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing and learning so much from Lisa, generous Lisa. She is so kind, and I am so flattered that she accepted my invitation for this interview. And I hope you learned a lot from this interaction, and that you go visit her channel and learn so much more. We will have a discount code if you are interested in any of her products that she put out specially for me, and I will write that right here on the screen and put a link to all of her resources on the description as well. You guys have a great one.